Couch Co-op is full of douchebags. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show. I got Jared and Dave with me on the couch tonight. How's everybody?
Hey, doing good.
Good,
It's been
yourself?
a pretty chill weekend. Yeah, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
chill weekend. Got drunk last night.
yeah, had a concert, all that stuff.
There's a little show, little acoustic gig in the back corner by the bathrooms.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fun.
But drank a lot, so today was pretty chill.
Good.
Just played video games.
Played some Veilguard.
Yeah, but so yeah, I guess how do we do this? We do a show.
Yeah,
we
what
do
is this
a
podcasting
podcast
thing?
about video games and stuff. But before we get to the video games part, Nick's not here tonight, and so taking over the difficult duties of drinking two different beers and pitting them against each other, Jared is taking that burden.
He's
Wait, which one do I like more? So I chose between the Lewitt Corsair Kolsch. I love a good Kolsch.
A
So kind of
Vancouver.
lagery style beers.
Hometown.
And I also got... Sorry?
I said it's a hometown brewery here in Vancouver. for
Yes,
us.
Vancouver Brewery. And then we got an Oregon brewery. We got Bowie beer, the Dunkel Lager.
There you go.
So a dark lager. So I like dark beers, dark lagers and stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna start with the Lewitt Corsair Kolsch. I don't have a glass, so I'm just going straight out of the can, which I usually don't do, but I didn't feel it going inside and getting a glass.
Caveman style.
Yeah,
Lazy.
cheers. All right.
Yeah, poor Nick had to work tomorrow. And he did just get married, didn't? The last time was a celebration, and he's not on, he's now wed.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing him.
Mhm. That's a
We'll
good
see him
Kolsch.
again in 5 years.
How is it, Jared? Is it delicious? Is it crisp?
Yeah, very crisp, easy drinking, nice and smooth. I love a good Kolsch, and Lewitt I think has really good Kolsch.
All right, cool. Well, you drink that, and I'll let you do some more
Yeah.
talking, too, because
I do have more talking to do in this day in gaming history.
that's right. What happened?
No games really blew my mind or anything like that. Just realizing that Crash Bandicoot Warped, which was the third Crash Bandicoot game, came out in '98, made me think, wow, sequels used to come out really fast back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if the PlayStation had only been out since, 94? Something like that? Already had 3 games. So that's a 26-year-old game, Crash Bandicoot Warped. Army Man Air Attack, which John used to talk about the Army Men game. And this one was like you're in helicopters. So it was a flying one. So that sounds interesting.
I
And,
remember that being everywhere and never
Yeah.
playing it.
Army Men?
Ratchet and what?
Army Men? Isn't Army Men?
Yeah.
What is it like a?
Yes, usually like a battle sim kind of a thing.
Is that
It
what
was
is?
a game based on those little
Well, I
cheap
know.
the
plastic
Army Men,
I
figures.
know. but,
Yeah.
like, what type of game was it?
I have no idea. I never played it. but
I
remember
never
seeing
played
it
one.
everywhere.
It's like you'd always see Army Men and Worms.
Yeah. It was nothing like Worms, I know. It wasn't the, control the arc of the round of fire that you're doing and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it must have been okay. Let's see, another game. I didn't play this one, but I know you did, Ian. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal
Yes.
for PS2 came out 20 years ago.
Oh,
Happy
boy.
When they would
birthday, Ratchet
actually
and Clank
name a
Up Your
game
Arsenal.
like that name, you would
Yeah.
never get a game.
Oh, they always had really clever names. I always dug that.
Yeah, that's a very 90s name, early 2000s name.
Yeah.
All their
Video
games were
game,
like
isn't
that
it?
back
Yeah.
then. Now it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I have a couple of weird little movie TV fact things here too. Charlie's Angels was released in theaters in 2000, and one of the scenes there were kids playing a video game on a TV. That was Final Fantasy VIII,
Cool.
and
It starred, it didn't star, but like Sam Rockwell was in that movie.
nice.
I love Sam Rockwell.
And I forget what year this was, but South Park released their Chin Pokemon episode. I guess that was a console where one of the kids had a seizure while playing a game on it. That's when there was like the Pokemon cartoon, I think, that was in the news for flashing in its very specific color pattern that gave a bunch of kids seizures and stuff like that. So that's the South Park episode that had that as Chin Pokemon. Or
Fun.
Chin Pokemon.
Yeah, can't use exactly the same. Cool. Well, that's what happened in this
Yeah.
day in gaming history. Thank you, Jared.
Mhm.
So I guess we'll go over to Dave here. Dave, did you play demo this week?
I did, but I feel like we should save it for the main topic because the demo I played is one of the ones I believe you two also played.
Oh, really?
Oh.
A certain little wildlife.
Oh,
game.
I
shit.
didn't know you played that.
Oh,
Heck
Well,
yeah.
I looked at the demos and I thought that was the most appropriate one for.
Heck yeah.
All
Well, I
right.
mean, I guess we could take this time to talk about it because it was a demo, a beta,
Yeah.
specifically.
And you
So
guys,
this
I'll let
weekend-
you guys talk about it because I actually didn't play it.
Oh yeah, so this weekend was the Monster World
Monster
World
Hunter Wilds.
Wilds, yeah, Wilds
Yeah.
beta open. I think it closes at 6 tomorrow, is it, or something? Today. So
Yeah, it's over now.
it's already closed. It was
Mm-hmm.
basically the first kind of story mission of the new game, and
Lots of exploration. There was 4 or 5 big monsters you could go around and
yeah,
defeat.
and then it gave you the first mission of the story, which
Mhm.
kind of took you through the controls, and then there were a bunch of monsters that I think I had a couple of goes at the first one, but
that toad thing with the goopy tongue.
no, I beat that one.
Yeah?
There was the big
Okay.
like wildebeest thing that was in the pack that you had to separate the
Yeah.
alpha male from the pack to kill it. And
Yeah, I
so-
defeated that. The one I did not defeat. I don't know the names of any of these. I didn't write any of them down.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it yet. But there's the one at the very intro that's burrowing through the sand. I never did actually
Mm-hmm.
fight one of those and defeat it. I just kind of did the beginning and. But
So what-
there's another dragon. There's actually a dragon that's like all electric. I defeated that. That was a lot of fun. That dragon was so cool.
So, what I liked about this was when you first started it up, it asked you a little bit about your fighting style and it's like. If you don't know what weapon to choose, answer these 3 questions and we'll
Mhm.
help you along. And it was like, do you want to be like super powerful, kill it from afar, or quick and nimble? And so that really helped me kind of zone in on a bit on a weapon that was actually made the game more fun than I remember Monster Hunter being.
Which one did you pick?
I don't remember what it was.
Well, yeah, I
the
mean
name.
the style.
Oh,
that?
like basically quick. I didn't want
Oh.
like super heavy blows. I didn't want like ranged. I wanted quick and be able to dodge. And so
Did you have like the sword and shield or something like that?
yeah,
Or,
it was like sword and
hammer.
gauntlet kind of thing, and
Okay.
it was all right. I have to say it didn't do anything to convince me that I want to play this game. I know you guys loved
Oh,
the original.
I'm all
and-
in. Yeah.
and I could see why you would like it. Perhaps this one was. I did feel a little better about this one. Graphically, it looked really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there was a lot of chatter on the interwebs about like graphical glitches and stuff, but
I think that was
didn't
mostly
ha-
on PC.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems with it. It was a beautiful looking game. It ran really smoothly. I don't know why, but it really bugs me that like you do 5 or 10 damage to it. I know you're not fully powered up and
Yeah.
all the rest of it, but it just feels like chipping away at like a boulder.
I know. Yeah, that's always been pretty dissuading, beating up on the monsters and you see 1s and 3s and stuff
Yeah.
like that, especially when you're using the lance. Like in Monster Hunter Worlds, I used the lance exclusively. That's the only weapon I ever used. And, I'm doing the slow poke, pop, 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 swing. And, it was pretty minimal. I mean, I took out a lot of monsters that way. I mean, again, I played it exclusively that way. This time I picked the sword and shield just to try it out. And it's kind of nice. I always like having a shield as an option, but I'm finding that I'm not using a shield so much, so I might switch it over to like the hammer or something like that. That's not super complicated with the different rounds that you have to worry about.
Yeah.
And just really having to worry about sharpening my blade and doing good combos and dodging and stuff like that.
So did the original show the weak points like this
No.
one does?
No,
I
that mode is new. It's a focus mode.
I
After
did really like. I thought
I
that
loved
really
it.
helped. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like the monster would be trying to run away, and there's like a wound on him. You can visually see them without holding the left trigger because it looks like a cut on their skin.
Yeah.
So you know it's there. Then you hold the left trigger and you tap when you're targeting at it. You tap R1, and it does like a special like critical hit, kind of like when you climb on the monsters in Worlds in the final blow. It's like that, but you can do it often.
Yeah, and it focuses in, and even if you don't do the R1, it's like you can see like that you're doing it some damage, which is really
Yeah.
quite nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. And one of the other big helpful things in the game is the Sacred. That's the mount that you get. After you do like the main mission and you get to the main village and go into your tent the first time, you can select your loadout for a second weapon, which you store on the Sacred. And when you're riding it, you can switch to it anytime. So you
Oh, I
can
didn't-
kind of switch back and forth between weapons in mid-battle, because that
I didn't
Sacred.
get to that point, but
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds like really useful.
Well, it's not just that for how useful the mount is. It's just like one button tap, it'll find you and run under you and take you away. And while you're on it, you can also like grab items with your arm thing. You can sharpen your blade.
Yeah,
You
the
can drink
sharpening was
potions.
useful,
All that
yes.
stuff on your Sacred just by like running around. And it's super convenient and nice. So that is a nice thing.
Sounds like a lot of quality of life upgrades.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
some of the biggest frustrations were for me was kind of inventory management. Like how have they revamped that, or is it still like just the craziness and like how you run through the menus?
I swear you can hold more. I'm pretty sure you can hold more. And as I was collecting stuff, I filled my inventory. It's like, oh, hey, your inventory is full. Do you want to dump all this excess stuff into your bag? Whatever, your Sacred bag on your Sacred or whatever. Send it back to camp. Like, yes, please.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
it did
it's
give you that option, didn't it? It was,
yeah.
Nice.
And one of the most annoying parts I thought of Monster Hunter Worlds is every time you finish a quest, you'd have to go back
Mhm.
and then start a new one. This one, you just end the quest and you
Still-
stay where you're at.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then you can
Nice.
start on the next one. Like, if you see a monster in the area and you're like, I'm just gonna beat on this thing for a while. After you damage it enough, it'll start the quest for that monster.
How are did they give you much in the way of like the other weapon and the weapon trees and the armor trees? Like, did you?
You don't get to see any of that.
Okay.
Nope.
All of the vendors and stuff like that in the village just say, "Oh, we're not ready yet. We're still unpacking," because they're emptying the cargo ship and all that stuff that you show up on.
Fun.
Nice.
Yeah, so you don't get any of that. The only thing you get is your quest creator, Alma, and your tent.
Okay.
So you don't really get it. You don't get to see the palicos cooking. You get to see yourself cooking
Oh.
meals. It's kind of funny. Like if you save and quit, the loading screens always have like this little splash trickle. It's kind of brown or whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then after it loads up into the main menu, it always goes back to the main menu. It's coming out of your character's coffee cup with that same brown swirl, and you're like, okay, and that's like the Palico, your character, the hunter, and Alma hanging out in the tent, kind of effing off, and then you walk out, and it's looking over the the environment. It's really cool.
Cool.
It's a really well set up game. I'm really
Yeah.
jiving for it. I'm
It was
very
a-
excited for its February 28th launch.
It was a pretty great demo, actually. It did give you a good flavor of the game and like had enough in there to kind of get an idea of the combat. And
I put 5 hours
Yeah.
into it.
I think I
Nice.
put an hour into it. And
Not bad.
So your character that you created will come through to the final release, and also for participating in the beta, there's a big collection of items that you get.
yeah,
So it's worth
That's
it in that
awesome.
way. Just maybe I don't know if any of them were upgrade materials. It's more like potions and stuff like that. Nothing that's gonna be super crazy.
I
Yeah.
think ultimately I was like, I'm gonna play this anyway. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
gonna spend I'm not, because knowing me, I'd end up spending like 10 hours just goofing off in this stupid
Yeah,
game.
just screwing around.
And
Yeah,
it's like,
Right.
I'm just gonna wait. I know I already want to play it, and then Dragon Age is coming out, so it's like, meh, I'm not gonna do it.
the characters look
Yeah.
great. Like you were talking about hair this week on chat, and the hair is really well done in this game. Like the Palicos can have long hair, and it's like super nice. The monsters have real thick hair on some of them, and it looks so good.
I just have one question for you, Jared. Does your Palico look like Rhinestone?
No, no, it doesn't. I have like a big fluffy white thing.
Because I made mine look like my sister-in-law's cat.
Yeah, okay, that's fun. Yeah, because there's tons of customization. There's a
Yeah.
lot of customization this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did try it on my super underpowered PC, and even on low settings, it ran at 60 frames a second. It did, but it looked like butt. Everything was set to low. But it ran great. My daughter played it on her profile. She just turned 11, and
Right.
she just wanted the bow, and she was able to beat the first boss. She didn't die or anything like that. So I think it's catered a lot more to people coming in and enjoying it. Like even playing multiplayer, you can do an SOS, and if people don't join, AI people will join.
Yeah, I
And
did
they're
the
really good. I
SOS.
couldn't
It was
tell.
pretty good.
Yeah, I couldn't tell that they weren't people. They were making mistakes and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, this is great.
Oh man, that's so nice. I was such a pain in the
Yeah.
butt in Worlds. I mean, I remember that and trying to find people to help me find the Diablos and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Take
Yeah,
forever.
yeah, no doubt.
And the people that join up with you are just
If you don't get that specialized group of Japanese players or whatever that destroy the boss in a few hits or whatever, you're usually down for the count.
I think I
Yeah,
got some
pretty
of those
much.
when I SOS
Yeah.
because there's a bunch of Japanese characters with
Uh-huh.
the name,
Yeah, I got some of that.
and they just nuked everything.
yeah.
Yeah, they've
those-
been playing the
those are
series for a
hard.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's enough about Monster Hunter. The game is wonderful. I can't wait to play more. I think I explored every area that the beta had to offer, and I am super looking forward to that. That's on February 28th. And
Yeah, I
will-
think my review would
playing
be
it.
if you like the first one, you'll love the second. I mean, or if you like the last iteration, you'll love this iteration.
Mhm.
I don't think it's quite enough for me to want to play it.
Yeah,
But thanks for trying it.
yeah.
No,
I'm glad you
that was
tried.
my demo because I went to the demo screen and that was the number one top one.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, that sounds like something that is at least worth. I'll give it a second shot because I know you guys all love that game.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
very positive on this beta. Yeah, absolutely.
And to be quite
Yeah.
honest, I can see why you like it. For some reason, it just doesn't click. It doesn't make me want to invest the hours in it. And
Yeah, I get it.
so
Cool. Awesome. Buy, try, die. It's a try from Jared it's a buy from Jared and a try from
yeah,
Dave.
try it. You never know. You might like it.
Yeah.
And awesome. Sweet. How's those beers, Jared?
Oh, it's great. I'm almost done with my Corsair Kolsch, and it's still top notch. This far down to the Corsair logo there. I'm almost done.
Cool. All right.
Dang.
Well, I guess we'll move on to the main event here. I did play Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Nice.
Or I have been playing.
I want
Dragon
to so
Age,
bad.
The
I wish
Veilguard.
I wish it was
I
in
have
my
never
budget.
played a Dragon Age game.
I love
I
them.
played Origins. I was it was all right.
Oh, I loved Origins.
I never played Origins.
I played them all.
I played Dragon Age 2, like halfway through, and I don't know how far I am in through Inquisition, but I've never beaten a Dragon
I was
Age
in
game.
Position.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
I've beat
Which
all
one?
of them.
I
Which
think
one
I'm
was the
close,
one that's released to PS4? I forgot.
yeah, I think I'm close with Inquisition, but I just never
Was it
wrapped it up.
Inquisitions?
But this one looks really awesome, and all the previews were really positive, and so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get. Well, Bryn will probably want to play it at some point too.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you've been seeing the internet, but like the internet hates games.
I was going to
I
say,
hate
you said the
that.
reviews were
God, what the
positive.
people.
fuck,
I saw
internet?
the bombs.
It's just like, what the fuck? It's wild. Just all these review bombs and just like all these people like it's not. I don't know. It's just wild. I don't get it, and I think people just like to hate companies and things
I
they
will-
do
I
for
feel
no
like
reason.
People
I agree
need
with
more
that.
attitude. Like Monster Hunter Wilds, we were just talking about. I'm like, I can see why people like it. It's just not a game for me. Can't that be
Yeah.
enough? That like
Yeah, I
not every
know.
game is
Nope.
something.
Let's throw all the hate at it.
It doesn't make it bad, and it doesn't make it shit just because it's not my kind of game, or I just for some reason don't enjoy.
Meanwhile, COD Blobs.
But it's not even that. It's just that some reviewers are saying that the game is less RPG-y and it's more of an action adventure game this time around. And
which is fine.
whatever. And
Yeah.
but like all the hardcore nerds are like, "Oh, that's fucking not worth it. That's not what this game's supposed to be." And it's EA.
You guys make
and
me compare it
so
back.
we gotta shit on this game, and it's wild. And then all these other kind of like influencers then like say that the actual critics reviews are bullshit, and they're getting paid off because EA needs BioWare to have a hit. So there's all this other kind of like made up bullshit.
I've seen the word woke get thrown around. And
Yeah,
all
but
that.
like, what does that even
I don't
mean?
know.
Because like that
There is
small
one
stuff.
scene in that game, and it is stupid, and it's
but
like
that's not
that
even-
shouldn't ruin the game. I
But
mean,
like
it's
every
like-
game does that right now. So like
Yeah.
the idea that that's a thing is like ridiculous. Like go look at fucking Cyberpunk did all that kind of shit too. Like whatever. Like this is so stupid. And
Yeah.
so that's just hating for hate's sake is ridiculous. Like go play the
I
game
know.
or shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
that's anyway. I have actually played the game, and I'm quite enjoying it quite a bit. I'm like 8 hours in.
Nice.
I haven't had a lot of time to play it because I've been busy, but
Yeah.
I mean, literally though, when I first loaded it up and created my character, who is, classically Ian super hot character,
Oh, yeah.
but
I'm guessing you can't have high heels in Dragon Age.
I mean, you kind of have heels ish.
You can feel boots.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, those
Those
big old
stilettos.
steel boots. You can have heels.
There you
in
go.
it.
Well, you have two different outfits.
agree.
You have
Like
your,
extra
you have your
socks.
casual outfit, and then you have your fighting outfit. Anyway,
What you were
Um,
going to say?
a la Mass
Sexy
Effect,
nighttime
yeah.
outfit.
no, it's just like it's just the outfit you wear around your base. Anyway, but I literally once I was out in the world and the hair, like you're talking about, like it's literally like the thing where like the hair falls and then it slides down. It's ridiculously awesome. So like the first thing I literally did was ran upstairs. Bryn's in bed, but she's up reading, and I go, "You will not believe the hair physics in this game. It is fucking wild." And I don't hear anyone ever talking about it. I think, but it's like the wildest hair I've ever seen. Like it's just weird. Like I'll just stand there in a place and just whip it around because it'll just like fly. It'll just fling around and fall, like fling and fall. Perfect, like real hair.
Glorious hair.
It's wild.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Now the art style isn't actually really like realistic. It's a little more cartoony, and I think Dragon Age has always kind of been like that. It's not never been like a very
Yeah,
real,
it's not striving for realistic.
but
Yeah, it's
I
no
think it looks,
photorealistic games.
I think it looks cool. I like the art style. The level design is super pretty, super cool looking. But the funny thing about this one, I think the cool thing about this one is like Inquisition, like obviously the whole hinterland joke where you're just like you were in this like tutorial level for like 20 years before you got out of the into
do
the main
everything.
game, and it's just like, this game kind of goes back to like more of a Dragon Age 2 where it's like less open world and more just kind of really kind
Linear?
of guided. It's
Yeah,
not like
guided
linear, but it's a little more
experience,
guided.
Okay.
And but it feels to me a lot very much like Mass Effect. It has a very Mass Effect feel to it, more so than the past Dragon Age games. So just that's for some reason that's just kind of all the conversations and everything just kind of feels like that right now. Obviously, I'm still pretty early. I don't think it's a super long game though. I think it's only like I think you can beat it in like 40 hours. So I don't think it's
I like that length though. I mean, that's
Yeah.
probably if you're just kind
Yeah.
of busting through.
busting through it, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, right now, super digging it. I love the combat. I think it's super fun. That whole being able to combo your special magic skills with the other players is super fun. It does massive damage. Because like if you just go in there and like hack and slash or whatever character you're using, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. But like doing those combos with the other characters, and you. At first, you think it seems kind of complicated, but it actually is a lot easier than it kind of. I don't know if you guys have seen it, or I know Jared might have seen it, but
I haven't watched much about it because I know I absolutely am going to play this. I just don't know when. It's not in the budget,
it actually like it does borrow. I guess it just borrows this kind of mechanic from Anthem, where like certain characters, certain attacks would multiply.
Oh, okay.
Damage
Combos.
when you were fighting enemies. So it's super cool. Really enjoy that. I don't know. I like the voice acting is awesome. There is a little bit. This has been said. Hopefully they'll patch it and correct it. But there is some lip syncing issues occasionally. I run into that.
That's pretty normal. I feel like in most
not perfect
games.
but sometimes it's fine, and then sometimes it's like, oh, that looks kind of messy.
Have they had a bunch of updates and patches?
It
And stuff?
seems like AI.
I don't think
that.
so. I mean, this game is supposedly running really well. Like,
Good.
So,
Well,
but
never really perfect.
They wanted it to do well.
yeah. So, I mean, I've been really happy with it. I really just want to play it. That's all I've been doing today.
Nice.
That's I understand.
Yeah. I don't know. You have, weapons are fun. All the different specialties you can have within your own class is cool. You basically just have like just the main three, like a warrior, a ranger, and a mage. But then within that, the different specialties you can go towards you can like make a mage be like a ranger type
Like a
character
battle
with
mage almost?
a little sword stuff.
Yeah,
And I don't know,
yeah.
you can do all kinds of kind of fun stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
That's one thing I like about games of that genre should do that more often. I mean, Final Fantasy 14 did it. It was fucking awesome. Like what you could combine your classes into one super class. Like what Black Mage is like combine it with Thaumaturge and something else, and then you can make a Dragoon out of a
Yeah, I
couple
was
other
the dragon.
classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Combining talents is nice.
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah,
a warrior with like sword and shield, but then I'm trying to focus on scythe. It's like one of the like a big heavy weapon attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do like hammers and anyway, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm having fun. Obviously, I'll have to come back and talk about it more when I'm deeper into it. But the story is interesting. I feel like the main villains kind of seem not. I haven't even really seen them yet. Like I'm 8 hours in. They keep talking about them, but it also feels like they're just kind of like not. They're just like kind of a generic villain.
Bald elf dude.
No, bald elf dude is not
Usually.
villain.
Okay.
No.
Huh.
What they Yeah,
It's
well,
a
I
full
won't-
haired
I won't
elf dude.
spoil it, but
Autocorrect story. Let's
I,
go.
I won't spoil that, but like the way it's set up right now is that
Okay.
he's just he's a catalyst, but he's not. Yeah, I think that's why they
Okay.
changed the title.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Dragon Age, the Veilguard came out over Halloween.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
played.
I'm
it.
excited to play it someday.
Yeah, I find it wild that Jared's not playing it.
I wish I
that's
wish I
a
could.
shock.
You know what? It really does remind me of too, though. I mean, Mass Effect, but like Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning.
Nice.
I
That
never
game.
played that game. I think I played
Love
the demo. That was about
Great
it.
game. Yeah.
That was a great game. So I feel like that's
Demo was
kind of
good.
Mhm.
it was like a lighter action adventure RPG, and I feel like this is kind of what that is a little more. Anyway,
That poor game.
I actually started playing that again because for some reason
We got it free.
that's why.
The remaster.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right. I was like, I wanted it, and I was having fun with it, but then obviously I wasn't gonna keep playing it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Right.
so that's that.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
there you go.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad
There
you
you
picked
go.
it up.
Yeah.
Though
Yeah.
Right.
I would urge you to go back and finish some of the other Dragon Age games too.
I'm never gonna have
Eh,
Yeah.
I'll probably finish Inquisition at some point. Like I've spent a lot of time in it, and I was gonna. It was one of those games I was trying to finish on stream, like and but then
Yeah.
yeah, because that's when I had finished Mass Effect Andromeda, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go back and finish Inquisition. And
Well, I
s-
remember Jason and I were playing Origins together, in tandem. And there was like moments where I like froze. I'm like, "Oh crap, this is a big decision." So I like called Jason and we talk about the scenario
oh,
and
God.
what decisions we've made up to that point. Like the game used to be way more based around decision making, and on the first one, and then the second one it had some of that. It did really do some really good branching. Inquisition kind of pushed more of that away, and I feel this one probably doesn't have any decision making stuff. It's just narrative that they want to tell.
yeah, I think you're
Right.
definitely there, and I think that's one of the main reasons there's
Yeah.
a lot of dissension amongst fans. But I still
Ugh.
feel, you're still making decisions. I still feel like you still make some choices, and I'm sure there's still like loyalty missions, and I'm sure some of that
Yeah.
plays out to some degree. I think it's just that's why I think it feels more kind of like Mass Effect than it does. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
Right.
Which I've heard. I saw an article today that like, yep, we're done with Veilguard, so we're moving on to Mass Effect 5.
Yep.
No
Oh,
DLC.
Thank God.
For full focus on that, yeah. So I saw that.
Yeah,
article
full
too.
focus. Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, I mean, that's years and years and years away. We'll probably get Mass Effect before we get Skyrim, or not Skyrim, but Elder Scrolls.
Probably.
Eh,
And so
they-
we have
did they just release one though?
all
thought they
these
just
big
released
games
it.
to look forward to.
What? Bethesda? No, they did Starfield.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
That-
that's no. I thought they did another Skyrim, not Skyrim, but a Elder Scrolls game before
No.
Starfield.
No.
Nope.
No.
They didn't
Okay.
make Elder Scrolls Online. That was ZeniMax.
Mm,
Mm,
they still don't make it.
Yeah.
okay.
And that keeps having
Yeah.
releases to this day.
Hmm.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Well, what else have you guys been playing?
Oh,
Not
so
usual.
last week you were complaining that neither of us really started any of the games that we were talking about going back to.
Right.
I have put in a couple hours into The Evil Within 2.
Woo! Halloween.
Nice.
Scary game.
Yeah, and
Eek.
I reinstalled Darksiders 2.
Ooh.
I think that
I
was
love that one.
maybe on my list, but the PS5 upgrade doesn't recognize my PS4 save file, so I kind of had to start it over.
Bum bum bum.
Which it's been since 2017 or some garbage like that.
Okay, so
you know?
yeah,
so I'm like,
yeah.
okay, this is like a brand new fucking game. I might as well just keep going.
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
remember
The-
some of it, but
yeah. The sound
come
mixing
back
is
to me.
garbage in the game, which I'm kind of disappointed on. Like I was doing some battles and like my headphones, like I've never heard them distort. But like the sound design is so poor in this remake. I like, oh no. I better like turn the volume way down. I cranked the music down and have the sound effects up, but it still like sounds kind of like garbage. So I don't know. I hope I can fine tune it to a good point.
I've spent so much time in that game, and I've still never beaten it. And I just like I think I just tapped out at some point. It's just like
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of beating things, I did finish a couple of games this week. You know, I've been on vacation. So
Nice.
I decided to plow through Dead Space Remake.
I saw that. Nice.
Yeah, man, what a great game. I still this is
know.
still one of the greatest horror games ever.
It really
made.
is.
It's
really is.
top notch. I've probably talked enough about this. I know Aaron has talked enough about this game. I probably don't need to mention it much
Hey.
more.
Well, I have a funny story with my experience in Dead Space this week.
Oh,
Something
sort of.
involving
Okay.
sexual
Go ahead.
torture a little bit.
yeah, exactly.
No, not that. It's I was playing and I was fending off one of those necromorphs that would like crawl on the ground, like the pinky ones. And literally, as I stomped on its head to finish it off, my daughter rolled off her bed and smacked the ground hard as possible. I'm like,
Loud thunk made you jump, huh?
oh yeah,
It was a little too real.
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, what the?
I mean, the dude
I was like-
stomps heavy, so you're like, oh, geez.
Well, I thought it was the game, but is that I guess that extra base from the 40-pound child hitting the ground?
Yeah.
It-
That
Anyway.
when you put that in the Discord, it made me think of that scene in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where
Oh,
the
yeah.
librarian's stamping. Bang!
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Did
pretty
you
much what it
What is
was.
happening?
Did you have the special brown stain when you?
Yeah.
Oddly
But-
enough,
but-
no.
But she's okay, so that's
She's
good.
good.
That's the number one concern there.
It was just a funny little thing that happened. I'm like, I
Yeah.
obviously finished the area I was at, not the chapter, but where I was. I was like, I gotta finish
Okay.
this, and I'm done.
And sorry, the last game I should probably mention is we got it free in October. It's free
Doki
until
Doki.
Tuesday. Doki Doki Literature Club, which I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did. I've never actually ever played a visual novel game,
I need to download that game.
and I mean, people have talked about it. Most people know kind of what it is, and it's a visual novel, so it's all reading, but it has its own little psychological horror twist
Ooh,
that is really interesting.
okay.
And I don't really want to spoil any of it. I think this is a game that people should just witness on their own, because it does have some fucked up shit.
Oh,
It really does. Its twist is really interesting.
you have me interested. Go on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think any of you are gonna play it, so I'll just talk about.
No. I
some-
have, I have it
No?
installed. I have it installed.
I'm downloading it
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, absolutely play it.
There you go, Jed.
Well, the version we got for free comes with the additional content DLC. So I'm planning on playing all that. It has like 2 DLCs with 2 parts each. I
So,
finished
wait.
one part.
Wait a second. I thought with Mass Effect for DLC, whenever it's like a preload thing, a Legendary Edition Mass Effect, you have it all in the game itself. You don't have to like download it. I thought it was all pre-done. Like it just throws it in there as is. Like you
In
do
Mass
one
Effect,
part.
yeah. In this game, luckily, after you complete it, or even before you complete it, you can do the DLC, and it doesn't impact
Oh.
your save file.
Right.
Which you'll
Right.
know eventually why that's important.
Okay. I thought it was like like in Mass Effect, you can do the mission, but while you're doing the main thing, you can veer off and start doing the little side quests. You don't realize they're side quests until you go looking up online. Like when you somehow get what's her name on your side, the woman who runs Omega, for example, you can get her to help you out. And it's in your little main game itself in 3. I thought it was like that. I guess not.
But
I played some of the side quests in the game, so I was like, all right.
yeah,
In the
Oh,
Mass
I
Effect,
get
not
it.
Doki Doki.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, just play it. There,
Okay.
Aaron, there's part like the beginning of the game. For quite a while, you can play it around your daughter, but after a while, I wouldn't.
I don't play really those type of
Yeah.
games, like any video games really around my daughter anymore, just because she doesn't really have an interest in it right now
Yeah.
anymore. She's interested, and now she's not. Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, downloaded. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, that was the sound I heard, huh?
Yep. That was my message saying, "Doki Doki, ready to play."
Yeah, just give
Yeah.
it time. I mean, the characters are fun and interesting enough, and then it keeps
Okay.
doing stuff. And yeah, just
Okay.
if it's your first visual novel, probably even better. Yeah, you just don't know what to expect, anyways.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. It's not my. I think I've played some stuff like that, but not
Yeah,
in a long, long time. So I'm
but-
looking forward to it.
but we can move along from me. I've been talking a lot, so
There we go.
Wait, talk about that-
I
that Dunkel.
I did. Back to talking.
How's that?
I'm more than halfway through my Bowie Dunkel lager, and
So what you're saying is Dunkel makes you talk.
I don't know. I mean, it's just this episode.
It
There's been
loosens
so much
the,
for me to talk about.
The
Vocal
vocal
cords up.
cords.
There
It's the
has,
Jared show,
yeah.
guys.
It is pretty much a Jared show. I mean, you had me do this. I have my normal segments, and I played a shit
Yes.
ton of games.
Hey,
Couch
even
Co-op,
have some
Jared
trivia.
Edition.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this Bowie Dunkel is pretty good. Because they it's dark, so the grains are a little more roasty and stuff like that. It's you can really tell that the grains are maybe a little extra cooked, but not like burnt. So it's got a nice flavor to it. It's real smooth and pretty easy to just tip back.
there you go.
I'm really enjoying it.
We'll let you finish it, and then we'll get you a wrap up.
Yeah.
Dave, have you played anything else besides the Wilds?
Only the Try by Die demo I played the other week. Destroy All Humans 2 Repro.
Oh yeah.
I'm really enjoying
that.
it. It's so the first one's set in the 50s. This one's set in the 60s, and it's like it's just like so stereotypical, like hippies and in the first one it's the US government trying to hide the alien invasion, and in the second one the aliens have totally taken over the US government, and now it's the KGB
Huh.
like trying to take over the US, and obviously they've got to destroy the aliens to do it. So you've got the hippies going on, but I'm really enjoying it. The controls are really fluid. It's a good looking game. The voice acting's kind of fun, and to be quite honest, for $17, I think I paid for a brand new copy on disc, unopened, and
Oh,
Does-
wow. Nice.
Does it have a lot of dialogue and story and all that stuff?
oh yeah. I mean, it's
Huh.
not just running around. Like the first one had a lot of dialogue and story. It's not like the most amazing story. It's like
Okay.
aliens taking over the US kind of.
Yeah,
But-
I think I have both of them digitally. I should probably.
You should
Try
check
'em
them
out.
out. They're
Yeah.
pretty fun games. I mean, if you like Ratchet and Clank, that kind of style,
Huh.
it's definitely in that ballpark.
Pretty crazy weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah, like electric beam weapons, bouncy weapons. and,
Okay.
you know,
Huh.
like you can make everyone dance and then possess the bodies
Oh,
to
yeah.
sneak into places and that kind
Cool.
of stuff.
All right.
So it's
Yeah,
it's,
someday.
it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, and the only disappointment I had was I played the demo and your save didn't carry over.
Oh
And
darn.
the demo is a quarter of the game. So it's like 2 hours of gameplay, which you can't
Yeah.
argue with for a demo. But by the same token, it's like, okay, so I'm playing through the same 2 hours I played through.
I don't know. That's one thing about modern demos that I like is like at the end of the demo, it's like push square to buy the game.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it, and if you've got them, I would definitely recommend just downloading it and giving it a try. I mean, if you don't like it, don't like it, but
Yeah, of
it's
course.
I'm really enjoying it.
Cool.
It's
Yeah.
kind of nice actually to play a somewhat openy worldy type game, but that's not like massive and overfacing.
You're not climbing all the towers.
No.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
It is like playing the kind of very nice, very good PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 game.
Well,
Well, this-
speaking of climbing towers,
Which it is a
Well, wait, didn't it
Re-
come? I mean, that's a PS2 game, right? Originally.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's
so
like that's like that second wave of like that first generation of open world games where it's just like
Yeah.
we're still trying to figure out what this is.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it actually works pretty well for what it is.
Nice. Well, yeah, Aaron, speaking of climbing towers, how's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
It's really good. I just got to chapter 9.
Yeah.
Well, I did the gold saucer day date thing. I got
That's
Tifa
fun.
to show at my door. I know some people got. I think what's his name got Red, the cat, whatever that was. And I'm like, I hope I don't get that one. I've been working really hard to avoid.
Yeah,
The other
that's
people-
the day date that you're getting, but the evening date in chapter 13, that's where it's gets pretty wild sometimes.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
So I've heard. And I guess
something to look
Yusuf
forward to.
got the cat.
Yeah, it was Kate
Kate
Sith,
Sith or whatever. Yeah.
Vincent Valentine, and Barrett, I think.
Oh
are
God.
all the people you go on a date with when you don't do any side quests.
Oh yeah.
And you're on a date with all three of them.
Oh no. Yeah. No, I'm just.
It's worth watching if you're not going to play Final Fantasy VII. Just watch the date of those three characters. It's funny.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've been playing that, and obviously Dead Space, trying to. I'm making a snail's pace of that.
And yeah,
That game's
That's
just
all
so.
right.
It's gotten better. It like I said, it's a lot more durable now that like I've got to where I want it because I don't know what the fuck I was thinking during the first playthrough of that because I was like, I gotta do it the way it is. I gotta do it the way it is. Now it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
put it on fucking easy.
That's what I did.
Have fun.
That's what I'm doing. And I turned it
Yeah,
up on
it's
the
still
brightness.
stressful.
It
Yeah.
is. Even so, I even turned up the brightness on the
Yeah.
screen too. Like I said, because
Okay.
my eyes hurt whenever I play the dark ones.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
don't have the best eyes anymore.
Yeah.
Um.
Cool.
So I have to do that. That and it helps it not be so spooky. But too late.
You try anything
Uh,
else out, Ian?
No, but I did want to say something really quick. Prime Gaming currently has so many free games. Right? I know we've already all played it, but you know, if you go to Prime or if you go to Twitch and you log in and you hit the Prime Gaming thing and you log in with your Amazon Prime account or whatever, you get all these free games, and then you get them for like GOG, or you get them from Epic Game
Oh,
Store.
I love that.
or
I have
you
a
get
ton of games on
or
GOG.
Windows or whatever like that, and there's a
Oh.
bunch. But like, I know we've already all played it, but they're giving away Guardians of the Galaxy right now for free.
Oh,
I think I have that on
Great
Epic
game.
Game Store too.
Yeah, I think. Well,
I got it
Father
free on
also has my
PlayStation.
copy.
yeah, well, it's through
Yeah.
Epic, so like I think we already got it for Christmas
Yeah.
like last year or something. But they're giving it away again through Epic.
Yeah.
But like Mafia,
Such a good
just a
game.
bunch of-
Yeah,
there's just-
absolutely play Guardians of the Galaxy.
there's
It is. That was my game of the
Yeah.
year, I want to say.
Doom Eternal came
Mhm.
out.
I need to beat that
I started
game.
playing
more
that. It's
BioShock.
through the Microsoft Store, I think.
That one is. There's
Yeah.
just a shit ton of games. Like anyway, I was going through there today and just adding them all to my GOG and Epic accounts, and so I just have like all
Mhm.
these junk mails, of, like all these emails, like, oh, your purchase has been complete. But I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think people really they sleep on the Prime thing, but like you get
Mhm.
so many games, it's wild.
In November, there's 24 more games that they're giving for free.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
yeah, so
Yeah,
like, if
those
you
are just the
never-
October
if you
games you're
never
talking
wanna
about.
buy a game again, you just do these type of things, and it's
Yeah.
an endless flow of content. And
At least 20% of you have Amazon Prime. You might as well claim free games that you might play someday.
And through GOG, obviously, those are actual. Unlike all the other everything else digitally, the GOG games are actually games. So like, it's not even digital rights management. Those are all games that you actually own, and they'll never go away. So, through them. So that's those guys.
Good
But,
old games.
So yeah, I just wanted to shout that out and make sure.
Yeah.
People out there listening to like, especially I know like Chaser. I know he has a gaming PC. I don't know if he's taking advantage of all that content, but there's like just so much free content anyway.
If it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
Fortnite,
Nice.
it ain't right for him.
Well, I haven't seen him play Fortnite actually in a long time.
Well, as expensive as PS Plus is getting, even like this PC is starting to look pretty good.
right? And
Pretty
like
good.
there's no like membership that you have to maintain with like Epic or GOG
Just to
or
play online.
Just
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
these games are just free and they are what they are. So
Mhm. And oftentimes like $10 cheaper.
yeah,
Right.
There's also that. Yeah, like
It is nice.
Veilguard is $59.99 on Epic, where it was $69.99 on PlayStation 5. You know, it's like
Mhm.
I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's see. What else did I think that's everything. We can move on. Oh, we can finish up. Get Jared's. What beer are you picking? Which one wins in the battle?
As much as I love dark lagers, I love a good Kolsch even more. So I'm gonna go with the Corsair Kolsch from
Corsair
Lewitt.
Kolsch. Oh, that's a cool can. I like that.
Yeah.
I even
Oh
like
yeah.
the can
Corsair
design.
Kolsch is awesome. It has a pirate on it, a kraken, all that stuff. It's
Oh, look,
super cool.
there you go, Jared. They were both sea themed.
Yeah.
See, I like.
Yeah.
I think it's like Lewitt in
Got
general.
the buoy and the Corsair. Yeah.
Vancouver
That's funny.
defeats Astoria. Yes.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Well, it'd probably be a different situation as Fort George, but
I don't think he had a Fort George beer in there.
No.
I know.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you, Jared, for taking on that challenge.
Yeah. Nick does it so much better.
I guess we'll get into some couch co-optionals, then some trivia, and then get out of here. So, you want to rest or you want to talk, Jared?
Oh, whatever.
Dave,
I'll
what do
be
you?
drinking that talking
It-
juice.
How about
It's
you,
the Jared
Dave?
Show.
Dave, you got something for couch co-optionals?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
whatever.
sure this is something that you'll heartily recommend also, Ian. But I finally got around to watching. I've watched bits of it. I think one of the first times I met you, it was playing on VHS on your TV in the front room. But I finally got round to watching it with the full soundtrack booming and all the rest of it. Was and I'm probably going to massacre the pronunciation, but was Koyaanisqatsi.
Oh, Koyaanisqatsi.
Yeah, that's it. Koyaanisqatsi.
Koyaanisqatsi. Yes.
Nisqatsi, yeah, that
Huh.
was. So I watched that, and I was totally sober when I watched it, and it was really amazing. And
It's a
like,
crazy movie,
I
huh?
kind of wanted to not be totally sober and watch it again.
Was it on a service?
Yeah, it's on the Tubi, but I wouldn't recommend Tubi because they do put adverts in the middle of it. But it's
Yeah.
on quite a lot of services, and I think there's even a version on not YouTube, but the Internet Archive has a version of it on there that I
Huh.
think you can watch. So
Okay.
It's all
um,
like basically stock footage anyway. It's
Yeah.
just the way it's edited together, and then the
Huh.
score is amazing.
yeah, the score is amazing.
okay.
It's that very it's Philip Glass kind of. It's very synth heavy, kind of like 80s sci-fi horror movie kind of score almost. But it was quite the experience. I mean, it's a little slow in the start because it's like the world with just nature, and then it's like it's kind of like the acceleration over time of progress, basically.
Yeah, it's about basically how we are out of balance with the world and how we've, since and I, the human race, what it's done to the world, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's an old movie. It's like what, 80s,
Early 80s, yeah.
80s?
Because I mean, there's one of the video footages that made me I quite enjoyed was the fact that it was an assembly line making tube TVs,
Mhm.
and then the other bit I like was like when they've got the camera and it's people walking down the street and then they notice they're being filmed.
Right.
And there's one guy with the most epic kind of like Thunderbird t-shirt and sideburns, and it's just like, man, I wonder what you look like today because it's 40 years later.
Yeah, when you think of it, post the name or something
Oh, I
in
can
the
post it.
group. So
I have it
Yeah.
on DVD too. I mean, I've had it for. I mean, I don't know. No one
Okay.
wants to watch a DVD,
Yeah.
but yeah, I watched it back when I was in art school, and the whole point of it, because it does start kind of slow, and then it builds and builds and builds, and
Mhm.
the whole like our we were tasked in our video class to make a small, not necessarily make a video, but like take shots that would build motion, kind of, and so that was kind of something, and that movie always stuck with me and for a long time.
Yeah, I think it stuck with me because I remember seeing a little bit of it at your place one time, and it was like I just remember it.
It's part of the Katsi trilogy, so there's actually just Powa Katsi, and then there's
I need to
Nakoi
watch
Katsi.
it too.
Those are interesting. They don't have the same impact that first one does, but I mean, if you dig it, watch them all. But I think that first one is just so. I mean, it influenced my video on the Exquisite Taste of Plain Water. I'm forgetting what song it is now. Oh, Space Between the Curves. Yeah, so I kind of did my own little version of Koyaanisqatsi in that video. I used all stock footage and then cut it to the song.
Yeah,
So.
Koyaanisqatsi. I can't hear. I keep masking it. I've been trying to memorize it. It's
Koyaanisqatsi.
Koyaanisqatsi.
It's Hopi. It's a Hopi Indian term for life out of balance or life needing to find a new way or something like that.
Yeah, it's got 3 meanings that it mentions at the end. But anyway, the music is amazing and the visuals are really interesting. It's quite amazing that they don't outstay the welcome, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
But when you see some of the human faces as well, you kind of project your own emotions onto them, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
How about you, Aaron? You got something for us?
So, actually, I was going to do this the first week I got it, but I don't know if anybody has been listening to the show lately. If my area sound a lot better, I got a new microphone for. I mean, everybody who listens to, aside from outside this, it's.
Oh yeah, sounds way better.
It does. It's MRSDY. I found it on Amazon, and I'll tell you guys, I listened to earlier episodes without this microphone. Between when we did in the old days and now, I listen to using my headphones microphone built-in thing. Ugh, it was garbage. But now that I have this new microphone, I like it, and also it's a pretty little LED light inside it for anybody who's watching it. So
now Aaron sounds as hot as he looks.
Which, actually, no, not really. But I sound better. But I like the fact it also has a noise canceling where it's any external noises. If you hear a whoosh, I can just press the button on the bottom of it and silences that. And it's not so. Plus, I can mute without having to press the button down here, But
shortcuts.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah, good.
I know.
Yeah, I'm glad you made the upgrade.
You
don't have to worry about what headset you wear now.
Mm-hmm. But that's my. I want to talk about the first day I got it, but I didn't realize how good it was until I listened to an episode with the microphone upgrade. So,
of course.
Yeah, it helps tremendously.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's my thing.
All right. How about you, Jared?
So on Netflix, I watched a kind of a documentary thing. Maybe you guys remember a while back where a very important community member of the World of Warcraft passed away. There's a documentary on him called The Remarkable Life of Ibelin.
Huh.
And it's on Netflix. It's talking about this kid that he pretty much lived his whole 8 years in World of Warcraft. This poor kid was born with a muscle issue where his muscle just always just got weaker and weaker and weaker as his life went by. And by the end of his life, he was able to pretty much just move his hand a little bit and 4 fingers. He's a really important member of his clan in World of Warcraft. And it's a really emotional, heartfelt story where he left his password for his blog that he was writing, and his parents posted about his death and left their email. And thousands of people wrote huge emails about how important he was to them and his parents learning about all this, his family, and they actually used graphics from the game to create like in-game like scenarios of what was going on, and it's a really well done documentary. It's again, it was the remarkable life of Ibelin, Ibelin. When I couldn't remember the name of it, I just searched on Netflix for World of Warcraft, and it's the first thing that pops up.
Cool.
It's nice when the internet's nice instead of being an evil
Yeah.
bit sucked in place, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man, it was really emotional. It was hard to get through some parts.
Oh,
It
wow.
really
I
was.
can
It's
imagine.
really well done. Yeah, absolutely watch that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Check it out. Well, if we want to get some sad, we can layer it with some more sad. 'Cause
Oh man, I didn't want to
spent-
cry today.
I spent all day yesterday listening to the new Cure album, "Songs of a Lost World," came out on
Oh.
the 1st. And if you're into the Cure, it's a remarkable album, and it is just sad. It's a lot of sad, and it really sounds like these are songs of like this is like it for the Cure or Robert Smith. It's like coming to that the idea that the ride's over.
So emotionally sad, not world sad.
It's you could take those songs
Sad,
any
sad.
way you want to,
Yeah.
depending on your
Yeah,
mood.
okay.
You can put
Gotcha.
you can put I can listen to a song and think of like, oh, this is a
Mhm.
relationship song, but I can also think like it also sounds like, I mean, has actually a good relationship. He's married and has a happy,
Right.
but then you take it in the context of that band and how long they've been around, and it's been like 15 years since they released an album.
Oh, I didn't
Uh,
know that. Crazy.
Oh,
so
dang.
they've been really working on this for a while, and anyway, I think it's pretty phenomenal. So
Okay, yeah.
I listened to it back to back a few times yesterday, so
Awesome.
I recommend that.
Nice.
All right, trivia.
Yay.
So I put this together. I think it was from a GameFAQs kind of list, and I picked the ones I thought were gonna be the most fun. But where did the video game quote come from?
Okay.
I have 10 of them.
Okay.
Oh,
Some are very easy, extremely
Oh, boy.
easy. Some you might have to think about. So I'll start with Jason.
Oh, that's is that Heavy Rain?
Yeah, but if you can guess the name of the character, there's bonus points. But I'm not
Oh,
going
I
to do
don't
that
know
to you.
that. I don't
Ethan
know.
Mars. I don't know if anybody played this. What are you buying?
Oh, that's
sounds like something from Borderlands. Jacob.
no. What are you buying?
What are you buying?
But isn't that Resident Evil?
Yeah, 4.
Oh,
That's the
Wow.
merchant. Yeah.
The only,
Hadouken!
reason reason I know that is because I listened to Get Played, and they have the Resident Evil merchant on
Yeah.
the show. And they're like, what
Okay.
you been playing? So
What are
like,
you buying?
what are you buying? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
What are you selling? Yeah. Hadouken!
Oh.
that would be Street Fighter. I mean, Ryu.
Which
Ken-
Ken says it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken does, but I didn't say
Which
it
when I
that
was looking at
often.
the site, they just said Ryu, and I'm like, huh? Come on. So all you guys will know this one. I'm blank, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Oh God,
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect,
Mass Effect.
Shepard.
Yeah, there you go. Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Who said it?
Johnny.
His
Silverhand.
alter
Yeah.
ego, right?
Yeah. It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
That sounds like Dude Nukem.
It is
It
in
is.
fact Duke Nukem. His
Get
name is
over
also
here.
a what? Get over here. Oh Jesus.
Scorpion. Come on.
Scorp.
Everybody knows that. Everybody might know this one, but who says it? You might not. I remember the voice very specifically. Do a barrel roll.
Oh God,
Star Fox,
it's from
is it?
Star Fox. I just can't think of the guy's name.
With
It's a
Star
rabbit.
Fox.
I have no
64.
idea. Do a
Yeah.
barrel roll.
It's the rabbit, peppy hair.
Ah,
Peppy.
Yeah.
Peppy.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
That doesn't
Is that
sound
from Resident Evil? Resident
Yeah.
Evil 2?
You remember the guy's name that said it?
Chris?
No, Barry Burton.
Oh.
Yeah. And this last one, you might get it. This is probably the hardest one. I remember it. A strong man doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own.
I don't know that one.
Let me read it a slightly more raspy.
Oh,
A strong man doesn't need to read the future.
Oh.
He makes his own.
so this is a Metal Gear Solid one?
Yeah. Yeah,
I never
Solid
got that
Snake
in
and Metal Gear
1,000 years.
Solid 1.
I mean, I was going to guess that, but I don't remember him saying that, so.
It's in one of the conversations, I think, with Otacon.
Hmm.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but yeah, I remember that line. Yeah, so I thought that was a fun little thing to do. That was all 10.
Cool.
Good job,
Awesome.
guys.
There you go.
Nice.
We know some stuff.
Yeah.
And things.
Anything else you guys need to share or tell? When are we going to do
I
our
said-
Saboteur playthrough?
That's right. Yeah, 3 of us own Saboteur, and we're talking about doing a replay as a group and podcasting about it.
I would like to do it after I finish Dragon Age.
Okay. I bought it on a Steam sale for like $5. I think its normal price is 10. So it's an affordable PC game if that's something you guys listeners want to jump into.
Okay.
The Saboteur.
Probably
But
'cause-
it's a PS3 or Xbox 360 game. So you might be able to play it on the modern Xbox console. I cannot confirm or deny that. I guess I could probably search the Xbox
if it's
app,
one of
but
the,
whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on PS Essentials, is it maybe?
I don't know.
What not Essentials, whatever the top tier is. Yeah.
the streamy stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
The
on the streamy
streamies?
stream.
Well, it sucks. Like the Xbox app on the phone, as far as I know, you can't even find the freaking store. You can't buy things from it. So, like, I can't just search. Well, let's see. Maybe I can. The Saboteur
Yeah, I'm excited to get to play it
Game.
again.
Yeah, it
And there's
doesn't show
nothing-
up in
There's
the
nothing
app.
coming out actually really at the end of this year really anymore, right? Nothing like big.
Oh, I can't think
I don't think
of
there is.
anything. I mean, I can.
It was supposed to
look
be
at-
Assassin's Creed, but then it got pushed to the ever so crowded 2025. So
Yeah, I mean, everything's getting pushed to February, so it's
it's gonna be
Well, you know what's coming out on the
Oh.
6th, don't you?
no.
the 6th of what?
6th of November, a new trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh,
Oh,
is there?
Yep.
So the game
Yeah.
that is not coming out anytime soon. So
I mean, it'll only have been 12 years by the time they release it since the last one.
Well, I
Like,
mean, they
you,
did
you
do
were
Red
saying
Dead.
about you were saying about sequels and stuff, you know.
I know, but they did do Red Dead in between that, so that doesn't really count.
True, but I mean, still.
Oh, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered
Nope,
comes
okay.
out in December.
oh yeah, I heard about that. That sounded
Um,
exciting. I remember playing that game back on PlayStation.
Oh, so a game that I loved. It was on cell phones. I don't know if it ever came to consoles or anything like that. It might have Monument Valley. That company is owned by Netflix now.
Oh,
The
is that the
third
one
one
we-
comes out on December 10th. Okay,
So
that's something for
actually-
me to look
Oh.
into.
You can download those from Netflix Gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original ones, because my
Mhm.
my son just downloaded them to
Oh,
play.
they're
them on-
fantastic games.
Yeah, we played them on the iPad. We had them
Mhm.
years ago, but if you've got a Netflix subscription, you can download them and play.
Yeah,
on
and
your phone.
the third one comes out on December 10th.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay.
I
Super
gotta
cool.
really utilize the Netflix thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Netflix gaming.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, that's
Yeah.
about do it for us here on the Gold Couch Co-op Show. Just remember
Yay.
that you can,
The oldie coachy co-op.
find us on all the podcasty platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Audible. all the main ones. So you can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/milkmanpictures, where you can find us video backlog archived, and we also stream live there on the YouTubes as well, like we did tonight. And we have an email, the couchcoopshow@gmail.com, I believe.
Or something.
Something like that, to that effect. I'm sure if you go to our Facebook page or Instagram, you'll find the email address. I want to thank Jared, Dave, and Aaron for joining me here
Hello.
on the couch for Couch Co-op. I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Couch Co-op is full of douchebags. Couch Co-op is full of douchebags.
It is now.
Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.